flowers? Roses and autumn berries sponsored by Garlands of Leatherbridge.
Well, that's news to me.
You're backstage, I'm front of house.
I'm the artistic director. I am obliged to oversee all aspects of the gala. George will have to make the announcement. And are you sitting with Councillor Barker?
Yes, I'm sitting with Councillor Barker. Mind you, he's inviting me around his place for a drink first.
Wonderful.
No, I'm not going.
Of course you are.
I'm not. He's a pompous twit.
He's also our biggest sponsor.
I have got too much to do, Vivian.
One drink. We all have to make sacrifices for charity. Jimmy, any progress on the mystery guest?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Well, if you don't have a celebrity, we don't have a show.
I know, I said I'm working on it.
Laudable the way that staff are rallying round. You won't be needed at rehearsals, so you can help out at the venue.
What?
Well, you're not singing, so you've got to do something. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a sound check to organise. Oh.
The venue's Leatherbridge. Leatherbridge. Well, I'd have thought he'd be glad for the work. Yeah, well, you might call her a burlesque act, mate. Or I'd call her a stripper. 5,000?
Oh, that's much warmer, Archie. Could we clear the stage, please? I am available for any costume queries. Oh. Julia's catering arrangements leave much to be desired. Beef en croûte. Ample opportunity for soggy pastry.
Mind your backs.
So, what shall I do then?
You can move the tables and chairs and don't scrape the parquet. Oh, must speak to George.
Come in. Thank goodness you're here. I've changed my intro.
Well, it's fine the way it was.
No. I want it to be warmer because I need to connect with the audience.
Well, they'll all be drunk by the time the show starts.
Oh, ha.
When you make the big announcement.
What big announcement?
About Marilyn Howard dropping out.
Oh, no, why do I have to say that?
You're the host!
Yeah, but they'll throw a cutlery at me.
They're not sharp.
Has Jimmy found a replacement yet, then?
Well, he's working on it. That's a fire hazard.
Why did I let you talk me into this?
Julia.
Philip.
Let me take your coat.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
First here, the Hayes Joneses will be joining us, but Joyce likes to keep things intimate.
Well, I can't stay very long, I'm afraid.
Goodness. A fashion faux pas.
I wasn't aware we shopped at the same places.
Well, no one will notice. All eyes will be on Barbara Hayes Jones.
Shall we go through?
Yes.
Yep, hello? Oh, she'll do it. I'll pick her up myself. Yep, thanks, bye. Those 3 words said too much, not enough.
Yeah,
Hi, wondered when you were leaving.
I haven't really thought about it.
Well, give us a shout, and when you're ready, we'll go over together.
How was your date?
Don't think I'll be seeing Carla again.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Sorry.
Well, the chemistry wasn't right. Sounding good?
Well, there's some. Could do with the harmony.
Shame we're not performing together, really. suppose we could change our minds, since it's charity. Actually, got my guitar in the car.
Well, my work with Warwickshire Heritage is so rewarding, but awfully time-consuming.
Joyce is chair of the Folly Foundation.
Of course, lottery funding's been slashed, but what can one expect from New Labour these days?
I do admire the way you've kept the mill ticking over after Mac leaving you high and dry.
We go private, of course. Hors d'oeuvre.
I'm expecting a very important call from the US.
Oh, Philip, can't business wait?
Those who wait never get anywhere.
Top up.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Of course, we passed on Capalia for this gala, but at least there's Marilyn Howard to look forward to. Do you know the Hayes Joneses?
No, I don't think I do. No.
Oh, he's a wet blanket, and she's very Sutton Coldfield. Calls herself an interior designer, but any fool can scatter cushions.
You know, I think I should call for a taxi.
It wasn't the Yanks. After all, the HJs are running late. They'll see us at the venue.
Oh?
Yeah, and then there were 3.
Oh, well, at least we won't have to spend the evening discussing tassels and tiebacks anyway.
Yeah, Barbara HJ's only gone and bought seats at Ronnie Woodson's table. That leaves us with spaces.
Charming. Darling, while you're there. So, Julia.
What on earth possessed you to book the poet?
He's very popular on the local circuit.
His ode to Smethwick is 8 minutes long.
I found it very moving.
Oh.
I need some change for the raffle.
We're going to have to bury Enid's Polonaise.
Very needed at this rate.
Let's save the dry repartee for the audience.
Oh, honestly, £150 a head, and what are they getting for it? A bunch of singing nuns, a tone-deaf piano player, and a ventriloquist that sings a piano.
Whose lips moved, by the way?
Oh.
Michelle, why don't you go and meet and greet?
That's Julia's job.
Julia's not here.
Could someone help me with my cufflinks?
Do I look like I can spare the time?
Cast and crew only backstage.
Well, I've decided to rejoin the company, if you want me.
Oh, of course we want you. We need you.
But you're under-rehearsed.
Still time to practice. We're next door with the magician.
Oh, well, that's something I can live without.
Apparently they've made some changes.
Well, I've just rejigged the running order.
There's no need to panic.
I'm trying to keep a level head, Dr. Fenton. But at this rate, this performance is turning into a French farce.
Ooh la la.
As I said in a meeting of the Finance and Management Committee, petty regulations stifle the entrepreneurial spirit.
You know, I think we'd better chase up that cab.
Or I can't make tracks until this deal's in the bag.
Well, I'm on the door.
Oh, had a meaning.
What time is it in Chicago?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Ah, that'll be for me.
Spends his life on the phone.
I'm going to go on ahead, Joyce.
Business, golf, fluesies and me in that order. One for the road.
No.
Oh, God, just
No, really, I won't.
Won't hurt.
Okay, deal done and dusted. Let's go and celebrate.
Julia spilled her gin.
So I see. Well, Joyce can lend you a frock. Heaven knows she's got plenty. Oh, now what?
I'm sure I could find something that would go with costume jewellery.
You know, that's a really tempting offer, but I think I'll settle for a tissue.
Well, one of us will need to change.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were my wife.
From what I hear, you haven't goosed your wife in years.
She doesn't let me. It's separate beds. I seek solace in beauty.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place.
It's difficult being alone. We all need companionship. Have dinner with me.
What?
We can drive out to Leamington Spa. I'll tell Joyce it's council business.
This conversation is over.
Don't antagonise me, Julia. Not when I'm giving so generously.
You don't let go of me and let me out of this bathroom, I will have you arrested for assault.
What on earth is going on?
I was just helping Julia dry herself.
I don't need that kind of help.
You're a lecherous liability.
And you're drunk, as usual.
Oh, finally.
Oh, is it any wonder? No wonder Daddy said I married beneath me.
No! Let's leave Daddy out of this, shall we?
Let's go.
Yeah.
What are you two up to?
Nothing.
The red, please. Okay, I'm fine. Thanks very much.
putting it a bit fine.
Don't.
Well, where's Councillor Barker? Julia?
Well, he was right behind me.
Apologies. Rather late.
Vivian March, Artistic Director.
Ah, the creative impresario. Any press in?
I didn't think you would come.
Couldn't miss a photo opportunity. You think I'm a fool.
Does it matter what I think?
It matters terribly. Anyway, duty calls. Is there a cloakroom here? Oh, thanks.
When the cheesecake's out, you're on.
Cheesecake's out.
Any sign of Dr. Clay? Well, then go in the foyer and wait for him.
No, I want to watch the show.
You can host the show if you like.
Oh, there's Barbara Hayes-Jones.
Right, George. Aim for your mark. Stage smile. Off you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special gala event. I'm your host, George Woodson. Some of you may recognise me as one of the doctors from the mill, so 10 minutes and you're out. It's nice to see so many of my regulars here this evening. Didn't recognise you with your clothes on. And look, we've got a table of pensioners at the back. They won't be able to hear the show, but at least they need to...
I told you to wait for Dr. Clay.
Oh, I'm sick of running around. Vivian, I want to sing.
It's too late for you to change your mind now.
Well, you said yourself you were short on talent.
If you want to save this show, then go and find Dr. Clay.
There's one small piece of bad news. Unfortunately, due to illness, Marilyn Howard won't be joining us this evening.
Oh, for goodness sake.
But we all wish her a speedy recovery, and copies of her CD are available in the foyer. Before any of you ask for your money back, let me assure you that we have got a surprise celebrity guest who will be joining us for the finale.
All right, you sent the dogs.
But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself now. Let me introduce our first act for the evening, the Nuns of St. Hilda's Convent, Handsworth, singing Stairway to Heaven.
If you take the way to the back. Oh. Right.
Hey, can we down?
Look, I'm not doing this solo.
There's a ramp at the other side.
Well, it's no good there, is it?
No, we'll go round.
Make it quick.
What's a guitar?
There was a contortionist on the bill tonight, but sadly in rehearsal she got her knickers in a knot and now isn't available till Thursday week.
Keep going.
The other act that unfortunately we've had to lose was the far-eating snake swallower from Bethnal Green. I can't tell you what happened to him, but believe me, it was serious. But one act we could not afford to lose features two of my favourite colleagues at the mill. They've had 1 week's rehearsal, they're sorely in need of two, but please welcome to the stage the dueling egos of two medics and a mandolin.
Okay. Archie.
Still having trouble. Somebody just popped out.
I can't believe I just saw that again.
Don't look then!
If I lay here, if I just lay here.
This is torture.
Actually, I'm rather enjoying myself.
It's ridiculous, you never enjoy yourself. Oh, I'll take some of those. Our earlier misunderstanding. No hard feelings.
Oh, I think I can forgive and forget, especially after your generous donation.
Well,
No, £50,000 is going to make a big difference to the hospice appeal.
it was 20. I've got my shareholders to think of.
Oh, yes, I do understand. And I've got my story to sell to the newspapers to think about.
You wouldn't dare.
Hope that grope was worth it. Now, how about some tickets?
Jimmy? Where are you?
Our next performers truly are magic. But if you're squeamish, you might want to go to the bar. If indeed you are squeamish, mine is a large Blue Bolson lemonade.
Any sign?
He says it's going to be 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
It's not my fault.
Please suspend your disbelief and welcome to the stage the mysterious Melody and her glamorous assistant, Betty.
Oh, I've never found a man in a gusset remotely amusing.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I will amaze you with a conjuring trick attempted by many magicians, but accomplished by only a few. Before your very eyes, and without the aid of smoke or mirrors, I will impale my lovely assistant with the legendary swords of Sultan Salameh.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but this is going really well, isn't it?
Who's that woman that Ronnie's flirting with?
Oh, that. It's Barbara Hayes-Jones. She's big in interior design.
Yeah, well, let's hope her interior is more restrained than she is.
Silence!
This is the last act we've got. Unless the magician can make Dr. Clay appear, the show's over.
Does he love me? I want to know. How can I tell if he loves me so?
Is it in his eyes?
Oh no, you'll be deceived.
Is it in his eyes?
Oh no, you'll make believe.
That girl will be the death of me.
If he loves you so, it's in his kiss.
That's what it is. Oh yeah. Or is it in his face?
Oh no, that's just his charm.
Just want it and pray.
Oh no, that's just his arms. If you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss.
That's what it is.
Whoa, whoa, it's in his kiss.
That's what it is.
Whoa, hug him and squeeze him tight. Find out what you wanna know. If it's love, if it really is, it's there in his kiss.
That's the way he acts.
That's not the way. You're not listening to all I say. And if you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his
Come on.
kiss. Whoa, it's in his
Ruby!
I'm just getting my breath, okay.
Just a few more minutes.
Well, I've run out of material.
Well, just wing it and draw the raffle.
Not often Philip loses out where money's concerned.
He deserved it.
And he can afford it too. Do you miss being married?
Yeah, sometimes.
I can hardly remember not being. 31 years, and what have I got to show for it? A philandering husband, a brace of committees, and a drafty house.
If you hate being married so much, you should stop pretending that you don't and do something about it.
Oh well, there's the rub, you see. The prospect of being on my own terrifies me. Not much of a choice, is it?
possibly the standout performance of the evening from Michelle Corrigan. And a nice warm round of applause, I think, for Joe and his lovely dancing. And now, before the raffle, the hotly anticipated slave auction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that I have personally vetted the slave that you'll be bidding for this evening, and his husbandry skills are of the highest standard. So let me introduce to you, without further ado, my husband, Ronnie Woodson. Come to the stage, slave. Now, the rules to this game are simple. I will be selling this man for one night only to the highest bidder. So let's start the bidding at, let's say, £75. Oh, here he is. Give us a twirl, darling.
No.
OK, £75 then. Mrs. Jarindarami.
Who's going to pay for this?
Non-speaking right. So have I got any more bidders? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. £80 to the gentleman in the sparkly waistcoat.
Oh, let's not lower the tone.
£200.
That's more like it. Just imagine him, ladies and gentlemen, naked in a tiny pinny with a feather duster in his hand. Oh, £250 from the lady with the big hair, which I will double. What? Any more bids? No, sold to me then, his wife, for £500. Give us a kiss.
And the winning number is...
139.
Oh, that's me! Congratulations, you have won a weekend break for two at the Hotel Cipriani in Venice.
I'll have business commitments.
You're not invited. Anyway, I think I want a divorce.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
I'm doing this for those poorly kids, and he's not driving me home.
Oh, my goodness. We have raised £49,100. Give yourself a big round of applause. Now, that figure alone would be enough to cover the cost of the roof repairs at Meadow Valley. But I am delighted to tell you that the chairman of Philbar PLC has generously agreed to donate a further £30,000. Now, all that's left for me to do, really, is to ask you to give a lovely round of applause to our wonderful host for the evening, George Woodson. And last, but most definitely by no means least, a very, very special thank you to the person that has made all of this possible. Please would you give a round of applause to our wonderful artistic director, Vivian March.
Speech!
Thank you. Well, thank you all for coming and giving so generously. And thank you all at the mill for all your hard work. I'm so proud of you, I really am. And I would like to dedicate this evening to a very special person. Sam, this is for you.
As promised, we have saved the best till last. So please welcome to the stage our star turn and the mill's resident sex god, Dr. Jimmy Clay, accompanied by Birmingham's very own soul diva, Miss Ruby Turner.
Like a fool on Wednesday too long. Now I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours, yeah.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Oh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm
Oh, how was I?
You're a natural.
I'm surprised you noticed, what with all the distractions going on at your table.
Oh, are you jealous?
Don't mess with me, sunshine. You're my slave for the evening.
Ooh, baby, set my soul on fire.
That is why you are my heart's only desire.
Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours, I'm yours. Say, here I am, baby. Oh, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. That's right. Here I am, baby. Oh, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. I'm yours. Yeah. I seen a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. I'm a broken girl, boy. Hey, baby. Sorry, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come on. Come with it.
The one to watch tonight.
Did she give you any clue where she was going?